Do you hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I love? Patreon.com/inkdependence, where patrons get access to a patron-only Discord, ad-free videos, and the joy of knowing they help support this channel. Hey folks, Mike here, and it's time for Amazon Prime Days. There's a couple of days of the year where they do this kind of like big deals across the site. Not everything is on a Prime sale. Some of the stuff you see here will be on a Prime sale now, or for me, and maybe not for you in your locale, or when you look at it. Those things seem to rotate, but nonetheless, a lot of y'all last year found it really useful when I just gave recommendations for a lot of stuff that I have used and tried out and enjoy and like makes my life a little bit better or works out well for me. So I'm breaking it down into some categories today. First, we're going to talk about some pet things. Then we're going to talk about some stationary things. Then we're going to talk about some life stuff. And then, at the very end, I'm going to throw in a couple of suggestions from Audrey on skin things that she thinks are really good deals on this here Prime Day. So, let's get rolling. All right, so the first thing up on the pets thing is this kind of water fountain. It doesn't have to be this exact one, but this kind. We have two of them, and I think one of them actually is either this one or something that's like just so similar to it, it doesn't make any difference. This is a non-electric pet fountain. Our pets are, I mean, your pets always need to drink water, right? That's just the thing about pets. And our cat's like, one of them likes to play in the water. For whatever reason, she doesn't play in this one. And also, for some reason that none of us really understand, all three of our animals, two cats and a dog, and even our previous cat who we lost around last Christmas, they all loved this silly water fountain. It holds enough water for a couple of days, depending on how many pets you have. For us, we refill at least one of these once or twice a day. We've got two of them, plus another fountain, plus another electric fountain with a filter. This is not filtered, but it is super useful. It's like a little gravity-fed thing. It's pretty easy to clean. Most of the parts you can just take off and clean with a sponge. You are going to want a pipe cleaner because where this water goes to the bottom, old pipe cleaners go in there. I just use the kind of cleaner that I use for like a metal straw or something like that, and it works really great. For whatever reason, cats really like to lick this little red ball in the middle, but they're getting water somehow because I can tell it goes bloop bloop. I don't know, but this thing really works very well. It's not on a huge sale right now, but 27 bucks is still a pretty okay price. And these things, for whatever reason, pets love these darn things. The next one is for Scraggles. Scraggles loves these treats. These are the thing that she gets every night before bed. She does some tricks. Audrey takes one of these Whimsies gators and just like chucks it for her. Scraggles has a great time with these. They keep her teeth pretty clean. She hasn't had to have her teeth cleaned actually since we started giving her Whimsies. I'm not saying that that's entirely up to the Whimsies, but like it doesn't hurt, and she does like them. They don't like splinter up or do anything weird that's going to hurt bowels of any kind. It hasn't given her any kind of like digestive upset. She gets one of these every night, and she loves her little gators. So grab some Whimsies for your dog if you want. All right, so part two is about stationery stuff. This is going to be all kinds of stationery things: papers, inks, pens, and in this case, paper. So oftentimes I don't really focus on stationery stuff in this kind of video because I'd rather the business go to like local businesses or small businesses that we all love to support online and that kind of thing. But most of these are things you won't necessarily find in those businesses, or like right now, I don't know that most places are actually selling Hobonichis because they're like, in July. So a lot of the year is gone. But at half off, this is a really good way to get yourself into a Hobonichi. So definitely maybe check that out. I have pulled up here the weeks. This is the English tall, slim size January 2024 start. Colors: poppin' yellow. I actually might grab one of these for 15 bucks. I've never used the weekly, rather the week's size and style before, and it might be really cool. I've used Hobonichis for a long time over the years, but never this one. So go and take a look at the rest of the Hobonichi stuff too. Like follow this link because that's the affiliate link or whatever, but also like the techos and all kinds of things are on sale, including the AVEC, which is 2 books, and one of the books you can like totally use right now. So the other one you can just use as scratch paper or whatever. Worst case scenario, you end up with a bunch of pages of really good paper that you can just use for scrap paper or ink testing or whatever. But 15 bucks, I think this is a good way to get your toe in the door so that you'll know whether you want to use that style next year when it comes to be planner time, and you can pick it up from other retailers then. All right. Secondly, I keep hearing like rumors about Waterman ink maybe going away. I don't really believe it, but like who knows? Maybe it could happen. But I will tell you what, this is a great price for Waterman Tender Purple. I think 9.79 is pretty great. The other ones are like, well, actually, this one's on sale now too. All right, Serenity Blue. This is a perfectly cromulent ink. I've got a review coming out for it soonish, actually. The black's not great. It's more of a gray. It ain't intense and it ain't black. But whatever. This purple is great, and $9 for this is really good. So 33% off. I'd say grab that. You know, grab yourself a Waterman Tender Purple. It's quite good. You won't regret that one. Next up, this is the thing that I always keep all of my my ink samples, and like I've got little tubes, I've got nibs in and that sort of thing, but I love these little test tube trays. They're a little bit spendier than your average ones that you would get from some of the other retailers, or the like little ones you like build, you know, little plastic ones. And these are not on a Prime Day sale right at the moment, which I could have sworn they were. That's a little bit weird, but whatever. Like I said, these things like rotate through. But just like put this in your bookmarks, even if you're not going to grab it now. These are great. You can flip them upside down, like they hold things securely. They're like stackable in a good way. And they're just like kind of better than those other ones that you might get. And it, you know, $26 divided by 3. I mean, you know, whatever. It's less than $10, $8 a piece. Not too bad. All right, another ink before we go on to some other sorts of like general pens and that sort of thing. Pen BBS inks are generally very good. I've really liked the ones that I've used, and there are several colors here that are available from the from this store, and at $7 or $8 a piece, I'd say give a couple of them a try. They're quite good, and they're actually getting hard to get a hold of. I don't know if they're going to stop making them, or if they just haven't come out with new colors in a while, but Pen BBS can get a little hard to get a hold of these days. So, you know, check these out. 60 mils of ink for $8 is great. So, you know, check that out. These are cool. Okay, next up we have kind of like the best entry into better pens probably is the Pilot G2. It's the most common gel pen probably in the world. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it's the most like widely bought one in the US. This is a great deal. Screaming deal for these things, man, here. 10 pack for $10. Great. Even if you're like, I'm not going to use apple green or whatever, you know what? The apple green ain't bad, but also look, you'll get the rest of them, and the rest of these are great colors too. So check out the G2 here. Like, look, if you get a 5-pack for $10, you can get a 10-pack for $10. Like, what are you even doing? Just go get 10 of them for $10. It's $1 a piece. Are you waiting tables? Because I waited tables. It's nice to have a cool pen that you don't care if somebody takes because it's $1. All right. Next up, if you're not into the G2s, you want something a little bit different, these are Acroballs. And the Acroball line is one that I think you don't hear enough of from Pilot. They are a ballpoint line, and they are really, really good. These are, unfortunately, all black ink. Acroball really only comes in blue and black, I want to say. Maybe there's... I feel like there's a red, maybe a green, but like you don't see them all that often. And, you know, I'd rather have, you know, a really good feeling pen that writes really well than like an orange one. Because like orange ballpoint is like going to be pretty mid probably, but the black is very strong. These are very smooth, and it's a 14 pack for like $15.64. It's really good. So just a little bit over $1 a piece. They're quite good. Last a long time. Very good ballpoint. All right, so this is a set of pens. Well, actually, I'm probably gonna get this. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get this. 8 of them for $9. It's a way better deal than I got for these. I just picked these up off of Jet Pens recently. These are WRITECH, and I wasn't actually familiar with WRITECH to begin with, but the WRITECH ink has been very nice. I've got the 0.5. Or no, what are these? Yeah, these are 0.5s, and they're a dual color, but they're a black and then a vintage color. These are actually dual colors, and it's 2 colors, so that's pretty great. This is going to stay in my cart and probably get bought just because I think that's very good. These are like the ones I have, where it's black on one side and then a regular color on the other, and that's fine, but man, give me all of the colors. That's pretty good. That's 16 colors right there for $9. Definitely grab some of these. I think they're very nice. Next up is this is the WRITECH Up Gel, and this looks a whole lot like some of the other pens that I've seen out there, at least in terms of like this little tip. It kind of reminds me of the tip on a blend. I haven't used these yet. This is a little bit aspirational, but I might give these a try because they look pretty cool. And these are a ballpoint and that sort of jazz. I think these look pretty good. So I'm interested to see how these stack up. This price for $9, I'd give it a try. I'd give it a try for 8 of them. Yeah, why not? Next up, these are some more WRITECHs in the gel variety. These are 0.5 millimeters in unique vintage colors. The vintage color things are great, and that's why I got this multi-pack, because I really like vintage colors. There's kind of like off colors than what you would usually have. So there is a like a black, But there's also a bunch of other colors like amber, maroon, burgundy red, violet, charcoal gray, foggy blue, deep sea blue, dark green, camel brown, or caramel brown, and classic black. These have all been really good in my usage, and so like I'd say give it a try. For less than $1 a piece, these are pretty darn good. Next up, one of my very favorite things, I love Post-its, and I love a big old pile of Post-its. I've got a drawer of Post-its right here, so I'm not going to buy this pack, but like, you want to get your drawer of Post-its started, this is the way to go. I use these sizes all the time. I love this square size right here. Actually, I've got some right here. This little, you can't see them because they're they're invisible. This little square size is extremely good and usable for all kinds of things. Very short lists, little notes like, hey, your monitors are turned off, dummy, that I'll like stick on my monitor, so I'm not sitting there just like trying to mess with everything when my computer doesn't come on. You know, that kind of thing. But I think these are pretty great. It's a good deal. Get yourself some Post-its. Also, these tall Post-its are quite good, and I think they're kind of overlooked. Oh, where's my tall Post-its? Here we go. So like, yeah, like this is a tall Post-it right here. I think these are very nice. They're not the best with fountain pens, honestly. For whatever reason, I think these are pretty, the little square ones have been really good with fountain pens. These are pretty okay, but they'll work great with everything else. Just the fountain pens bleed through a little bit, so they're not perfect for that. But they're great for everything else, and this is a big old box of them. 5 packs of them for $10. I think it's pretty great. These will last quite a while. Next up, this is a thing that I've been using in a slightly different form. So I don't have them in sheets, although I might, because for $8, I might just grab them. 100 sheets of these darn things. But I use them in a roll. My little sister actually got me some for Christmas this last year, and they are really useful, if a little bit tough to use in the roll, because you have to peel them, and they want us to start in like 4 places. But you won't have that problem with the sheets. And the thing these are really good for is for like scrapbooking or using in your journal to sort of just like, you know, keep something in place, to stick it to a page. In fact, they show that using this here. So they have it on walls. I don't know that I believe it's sticking to a wall, frankly, unless these are way stickier than mine, and they might be because they're on paper and not stuck to each other. This would be a nightmare if they were too sticky, but they're really good for holding little things in your journal or to post on places. These are really helpful to have, and $8 seems like a good price to me. All right, another little washi thing before we get out of here, and that is a whole bunch of like little skinny washies. I like a skinny washi. It's what I use to like to delineate page borders or sections of a thing within a page, or heck, if I'm writing a letter and I want to like start a new topic, or I want to have like a little aside, sometimes I'll like frame it in a washi tape. These little skinny ones are pretty useful in a lot of cases, and you don't actually see the skinny ones all that often, which is kind of weird because they're just so darn useful. But for $7, this is 60 rolls of little skinny washi tapes. Yeah, please, thank you. All right, one last thing, and Audrey found this today during a live stream. Find me on Twitch if you want to, on Tuesdays and Thursdays right now. I am streaming on Twitch, and Audrey's like, hey, check this out. This looks cool. This is a reverse coloring book, and I had never heard of this before. So usually in a coloring book, you have some like black outlines or something, and then you color within the lines, which look, I'm quite good at. I like coloring within the lines. It's a little bit therapeutic sometimes. Like I just need to turn my brain off just a little bit, just like color, because like, look, sometimes life comes at you hard, and you've got old pets, and you've got a job that's stressful, and like, I don't know, political situations might get you down, and like sometimes you just need to shut down a little bit and just like color. This one is the opposite. So instead of having let's see, do they show it? Yeah, here's one. Instead of having like lines that you color in, they've got color stuff that you write lines around. And this seems really interesting. So you're like, they're like, I don't know, this looks like kind of like a jellyfish. This is like a monster with, I don't know, eating bubbles off of this whatever. Or look at this weird fish thing. I don't know. And say like use different lines for different effects and that's kind of stuff. This seems really interesting to me, and it seems fun. I don't know if my brain would like to process things this way, but it sounds really cool. And this is like a 100-page book of these for, shoot, what is it? $7. So yeah, sounds good. It's 50 of them, and I think it could be really neat. So like, check that out. All right, next category. All right, next category is kind of like lifestyle stuff is how I'm styling this. And these are things mostly that I have and use. These I just got and literally used day before yesterday. Where did I put them? Ah, here they are. These are my little case of loops here. I really like these things. They come like this with all kinds of tips, little dampeners and that sort of thing. It comes with a carrying case that you can put your little earbuds in. These are great because, and the reason I got them is not because I need to like block out atmospheric noise. I work at home a lot, and so it's not really that big a deal. But if you work in a public space and you just like quiet things down a bit, these loops are really nice. They fit in your ears comfortably. You can actually hear stuff outside. And the reason I got them was for concerts. So this is called the Loop Experience Plus, and there are a bunch of different versions of this kind of thing, and they come in a bunch of different colors and like configurations and all kinds of things up here. But the deal with them is they have a little hole, like let's see, where is it? I think it's here-ish. You can't really see it on here because it has the dampeners. And then like, so sound has to go through this little channel and through here and through a filter before it gets to your ear. And so we were at a concert the other night, and I have in the past have had my ears ring for like days after a concert. And like, look, I'm middle-ish age-ish, and I don't want to like lose my hearing if I can help it. So I was like, well, I'll get some of these and try them out. Well, let me tell you what, they're really good at the concert. I could actually hear the vocals and the instrumentation and all that sort of thing really well, even though like it wasn't crazy loud. When I put these in, it like took off the, I don't know if you've been in a concert and you hear like the noise out of the speakers and like the clashing noise when it bounces off other things, and like there's sort of like a harsh edge to it. This just like tones it down, takes it down by several decibels, and like takes off that harsh echoey bit. They're kind of amazing. And so yeah, worth 30 bucks. Sure. I think I paid 40 for mine. And I'm going to take them to every concert. I think these are fantastic. And I know a lot of people that use them at work or just like around town or whatever, just to like chill out the outside din. And I think these are pretty great. These in particular, the Experience Plus, have these little white inserts you see here. You can take those out. Let's see, they have a picture of it. No, they don't have a picture of it out, I guess. There's all the stuff it comes with, different ear hole sizes and stuff. When you put the extra dampener in there, it like doubles the noise reduction, so it brings it down even more, which is nice. But you still like get a lot of clarity. I could hear my wife, like she would say something to me next to me. She'd like lean over and say something. I could totally hear her at the same time as listening to music and not being deafened. It was pretty great. My ears did not ring after that concert. So loops, I like them. Next up, these are the headphones that I use. In fact, these exact ones for when I am editing videos and making videos in general. Not this time. I just didn't wear them because, I don't know, I'm on screen and I just didn't do it. But a lot of times I use these as my monitors. They have fantastic noise canceling. The battery life is really pretty darn long. They are Bluetooth. You can also connect them with a wire if you want to. I use them corded so I can like listen to the monitor straight from my microphone here. They charge via USB-C. You can use them with like the various vocal assistants and that sort of thing. But these are fantastic. Next time I go on a flight, I'm really looking forward to using these. They're good to walk around in. Like they're just these are nice headphones. And that is a heck of a sale. That is well less than I ended up paying for mine, and I got a pretty good sale on mine. So yeah, oh, and they come with this dope carrying and all kinds of like airline attachments and stuff like that. But I mean, really, these are fantastic, and I probably shouldn't have waited so long to get any. I like them. Next up, this is a thing that I use a lot, and I've actually got it hooked up to my camera up here. These, if you are the sort of person that wants to use your phone for video, or to like kind of like just connect things to other things, these super clamps are fantastic. They use these little feet, so you can like put them on irregularly shaped things or flat things. They also have an area inside here if you're going to put them on a pole like they show here. I have a bunch of C-stands above me, and these clamp onto that all the time. They have a little like, you know, threaded screw head here, so you can like screw all kinds of things onto it. Also, this has a cold shoe, which is super useful. I have I can't take it down because it's connected to the camera, but I have a little microphone in a cold shoe that I have on here, and there's like a light off to the side, so you can put all that stuff together on one deal and just clamp it onto stuff and forget it. It is extremely user friendly. This little like double ball joint situation they have here is extremely good. Comes with a phone clamp in case you want to put it on your phone, and that'll actually hold a phone as big as mine, which is the 15 Pro Max. That's as big as they get in the iPhone stuff, and probably other phones as well, but I can only speak to mine. Or GoPro, but I don't have one of those. So yeah, these are great, and for 13 bucks, grab one because they're worth 20. Certainly worth 13. All right, so this one's a little bit weird, and if you're not doing photography, just like, you know, hold tight or skip to the next thing. But this is a really like simple and good product. So this is V-Flat World, the light cone by Carl Taylor. This is great for product photography. If you are a person who's taking pictures of shiny things ever, like say a pen or whatever, or any kind of thing you want to keep some glare off of, This thing works super well. It's kind of embarrassing how well it works. First time you're like, wow, this is amazing. You will want good light on the outside, but it diffuses so well. Whatever this material is that they're using, like, they're not kidding about this picture right here. Like, it's great. I mean, like, look at that. It's just, and it literally does that. I was kind of amazed the very first time I did it. Now, I will say I got the medium-sized one because I wanted to do like pen photography and ink bottles and stuff like that. I should have gotten the large. I should have just ponied up for the large. It takes up a lot more space, and so I was like, I don't know if I have 20 inches. I should have gotten this because sometimes I'm looking into the top of the cone with my camera or whatever, and I kind of wish I had more footprint. Because I'm seeing the edges sometimes and I have to crop it down. So like I should have gotten the large. There's a phone cone, which I think is probably a little too small. I don't know. Maybe this would be fine for like little tiny objects, but I should have gotten the large. So if you want to do anything big, they show like watches and stuff here. I think that's probably right. There's snaps on here, and I was thinking maybe this will be too fragile and it'll break over time. No, this thing is sturdy. I've had it for, I get this. I got it in May, so I've only had it a couple of months, but like this thing is very sturdy. I don't see it breaking down or breaking anytime soon. It's just not gonna. This thing is pretty darn tough. So check this out. It's not really on a good sale right now, but like put it in your stuff. I don't really talk about Amazon stuff very often, so put it in your, you know, put it in your cart and save it for later. Whatever. Maybe it'll go on sale. I haven't seen it go on sale, but you never know. All right. This do I have mine? Yeah. I've got mine actually right here because man, if you are a person of a certain age, stuff starts hurting real bad. And I, like my back decided it was going to hurt real bad. I've gotten like weird cramps and muscle aches and pulls and strains and stuff. And this thing just straight up is amazing. So it's just got one button on the bottom, and it just kind of goes and does like a massage. It's a massage gun like that. This is not one of those things like a gimmicky, perhaps for adult use, personal massager type thing. This is for serious, like deep muscle situations. And it says, in fact, in the instructions, like, don't run it over bones and don't press. You kind of like run it over the area and just like sort of run it over the area that hurts real bad. And man, is it amazing. I've been using it because I don't know, strained something in my lower back the other day, and I'm like, oh, I can't move. A few minutes of this, I'm like, wow, I can actually move again. So yeah, I'm a believer in this kind of thing. There are a lot of different things like this. This is the one that I got because it happened to be on sale when I needed it. I could have it like next day. There are a bunch of like other different tips and stuff. I've only ever really used this flat one because this is the one that works for me. But I don't even know what the heck you would use this two-pronged one for. I don't know. I imagine that would hurt. I don't know, man. But this is definitely something that you use like just like softly on muscle stuff, not over bones or anything like that. So because it means business, and it has a bunch of different levels, some of which are, I only ever use the first level, the rest of them are brutal, but this is great. And for 44% off, I got mine on a good sale. I think this is around what I paid probably, but there's also a 20% off coupon. This thing is pretty great. Check it out. All right, this is another thing that I use all the time. In fact, I've got one right here. That one, in fact. Well, this is actually the small one. This was I got on the screen. Good. The Ono roller is my fidget of choice. I am a fidgety person. I got the old ADHD. Sometimes I just need to have something in my hand just to just occupy it, right? And this is just very satisfying. It's also darn near silent, which is great. So I can use it during phone calls. I can use it when I'm live streaming. It's just kind of in my hand going like this. Now, I will say I've got the small one, and I kind of wish I'd gotten the big one. I accidentally got the small one. The bigger one is just a little bit bigger, but it'd be better for my big old hands. I'm actually thinking probably the thing I'm going to get is this one because it's got these little knobbly bits on it. I tried this out in a store the other day, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's good. And also apparently you can like use it to like, rub it on your shoulder or whatever. But it's pretty darn good. So yeah, I haven't used the ABS ones or the metal ones, but I've got the ABS one. I have not used the metal one, but the silicone one also feels great. They're pretty sturdy. This one hasn't shown any signs of coming apart or anything weird like that. All right, so this is not on sale now, but I wanted to throw a game in here because I never really throw games in these sorts of things. This is something that my friends and I play every once in a while on our tabletop nights when we finish a game early, or if we just want to have something like kind of light. This is very compact, very learnable, and a lot of fun for groups. We've played it in groups of like 5, I think, is what it goes. Yeah, 2 to 5. We've played it from, I think, 3 to 5 players, and like it's better with more people, I think, but like This is pretty great. It's a trick-taking game. It's really very fun. It's surprisingly replayable and high stakes, even though it's like a small thing that goes in like one little box that's, I don't know, like yay big. So if you're a person that wants to play some games with some people and you want a fun game, this is a great game. Check out Scout. It's fantastic. Customers usually keep this item. Yeah, I bet they do because it's rad. Really, really good. Check this out. What do they say? Ages? I don't know, man. I think you can be pretty young and play Scout. It's not hard. All right. Next up, this is something that I have. I've got a Wise Cam. I've got this Wise Cam pan right here. Actually, it doesn't say that I bought this one, which is weird because I did. But anyway, yeah, the Wise Cam is very good, and 28 bucks. I'm gonna get a second one. I have one upstairs because sometimes I like to check in on my little scraggly dog. I use my phone app. Just connect to the phone. She likes sitting up there. I'm like, oh, what's Scargles doing? I can look at her. When Audrey and I are out of town, I'm like, oh, how are the cats doing? We can turn on the living room one and like, you know, look around and see where the cats are, that kind of thing. You can also use it for like security stuff or whatever, but usually I just use it for funsies and like, you know, checking in on the animals because we got pets and they're old and I worry about them, you know. But also you can have it like tell you when it sees a person, or tell you when it detects barking or meowing or whatever. And this one will like pan and swivel and follow people around. It's got voice back and forth, and it does have a monthly fee for some of the stuff. Like you want to have some of the higher end things, but you can get like an annual thing for like, I forgot what it was, 10 bucks or something. It's very inexpensive. So yeah, quite good. There are a bunch of different versions of this, but for 28 bucks, this is a very good little Robic camera, and I like it. All right, so this is silly. Look, I mentioned I was of a certain age, and I was like, I'm gonna put this on my feet in a minute because my feet kind of hurt. I've kind of gotten into wearing Crocs sometimes, especially around the house, and these are the ones that I wear all the time. In fact, I'm wearing them right now. These are my red ones. I don't have the flip-flop version, but this version is not on sale for Prime Day, so I figured I'd just show this one. It's for like 29 bucks or whatever, and I think some of them are even less. I feel like there's multiple prices on these. But I want to say some of them were like 19, 23. I feel like there was another one with a different price. I don't know. It's kind of hard to find these sorts of things, and they do change. But check out the Crocs Mellow flip-flops or slides. They are so good on your feet. And if like me, you have suffered with like plantar fasciitis over time, or just like your feet hurt at the end of the day, these things are so much more comfortable than regular Crocs that I put on regular Crocs one time. I was like, oh no, there's something wrong with these. Because these are so like good and squishy and soft and like comforting. It's not quite like walking on a marshmallow. You do have like positive, you know, connection with the ground. I don't feel like I'm slipping and sliding and squishing. They're just super comfortable, and I kind of love them. I've got the closed-toed ones as well for winter, but for the summer they're a little bit too hot. So I think this would be pretty great. So, you know, whatever. These are awesome. Are they fashion? I don't know, but they are really comfortable and they really help my feet a lot. All right, so these are some things that I don't have, but I've been on my shopping list for a while. This is keep pointing the wrong direction. This is the kind of thing you want to have when you travel. Or just at your desk. They show it here, but like I have a thing like this that I got a million years ago for traveling. That is just sort of a little wall wart, and it's got a couple of like wall plugs in it, and then it's got a couple of USBs. The only problem with it is that it doesn't have USB-C. It's only got a couple of USBs. It doesn't like. It's not enough things. I need to have more things. Anchor makes really good stuff. This one has 2 USB-Cs, 2 regular USBs, and then the back of it has, do they show the back? Yeah, it has 3 regular wall plugs. So you're not losing any wall plug. If you're traveling and going to somebody's house, plug this in. If you're going to the hotel, plug this in. You've got a bunch of outlets right there. It's got a 5-foot cable, which is long enough to get from like wherever your inconveniently placed outlet is to where you want it. It's just kind of really good. I haven't got this one, but it's the one that I've been looking at and waiting for to go on sale, because usually they are, as it says here, $66. And I'm like, Anchor, calm down, calm down. It's an extension cord with like some stuff on it. Calm down. But for 35, like, yeah, I'm probably thinking about this. Also, you can charge like a MacBook on it, which is pretty great. There's my cat in the background. He's yelling about his triumphs. Almost done, nose. All right, this one is another thing that I don't have. Audrey actually has one of the large ones with a silicone straw and all that sort of thing. I don't really like drinking out of a straw. I know, nose. Me either. So I don't like drinking out of a straw, but the cup that she has is like so nice to hold. Hey. The The cup she has is so nice to hold that I kind of want to get one for myself, and it comes in a zillion different colors. But this one has like a flip top lid, and it's like a magnet safe magnet lid thing. Show me the top. There it is. A little magnet lid thing that holds itself back when it's, you know, open and that sort of thing, which I like. It's supposed to be leak proof. I haven't checked that. But it seems like it probably would be. I've cleaned hers a bunch of times. It's been really easy. The handle is super comfortable. The little silicone sleeve thing on the bottom is nice. So when you put it down, it doesn't go clank or like any of that. It's insulated, keeps ice for a long time. Yeah, this is on my list. And for 20% off, yeah, now I'm thinking maybe I do need one of these. A lot of times I'll use this, which I don't have a link for, but I'll put a link down below. This is a Camelback Shoot Mag. This is my favorite. This is my favorite water bottle. I love this thing. It's got a great handle to carry stuff by. Carry this by. Eye nose. It has a very nice, you know, like keeps your lid back. It's like a magnet thing back here that just keeps your lid back from slacking your face. Got a big enough opening. You really chug stuff if you need to. It's like Triton, so it's not leaching bad stuff into your body. They also have like recycled ones and all kinds of stuff. So check out the Shoot Mag. I love these, and I know they're on sale. I just forgot to get a link for it. All right, bud, come here. No, I'm talking to people. I'm not paying attention. Okay, let's go back here. A couple more things. The last one is this. Hey, if you're thinking I would like to have a YouTube channel, or I'd like for my my Teams or Zoom meetings to, I'd like to sound good, or I'd like to record something and like have my voice be good. This is what I would have gotten if I were starting now. The reason I haven't gotten it is because it's not a huge amount better than the current microphone I have. You want to get down now? Okay, bud. All right. It's not a huge amount better than the current microphone I have. It does a lot of things that mine doesn't, but like, you know, it's not enough for me to spend out for a whole new one. I've got the Blue Yeti, which is very good, but the Elgato Wave 3 is kind of the next thing. And so, you know, for $50 off, yeah, grab yourself one. This connects directly to your computer with USB, which is very nice. That's the easiest way, I think, to connect these things. You don't need phantom power or any of this other stuff. Just plug it right in, and it goes. It's got a bunch of cool software stuff that it can do. It's got controls right on the thing that are very easily visible. Yeah, it's a good microphone from all I hear, and it's what I would get if I were starting now. Okay, one more category. All right, so I got to tell you, I don't really know much stuff about this. This is stuff that Audrey's like, hey, tell people to get this stuff because it's really good. So this is the Vegan Kombucha Cream Essence, cruelty-free from Dr. Curacle for 44% off. Audrey suggests this. Audrey has great skin and is a scientist in her previous life, so she understands all the skin stuff that I just straight up do not. And so, yeah, get some of this. I hear it's very good. The next thing is this one. This is a tea gel cream. This is something you put on your face. Provides deep hydration and nourishment with a high content of vegan tea complex. Hi, I'm almost done, bud. I promise. So check those out. Oh, I have one more thing. Let me find it. All right, this is the other thing. This is the Aveeno sunscreen that I and also, well, Audrey and also sometimes I should say, use quite a lot. This is a good sunscreen. It is not super heavy. I hate a heavy sunscreen. This one's quite good, and it's 45% off. So Audrey's like, hey, if you get stuff today, put this in your cart because we need more. Wear sunscreen when you go outside. It'll keep you from getting your skin damaged. It'll keep you from aging prematurely, and it will, you know, keep you looking good and being, you know, not damaged. Because hey, skin cancer is no joke. The sun is very hot. Yeah, come on, get yourself some sunscreen. I hear people even wear it indoors just to like protect themselves from like the UV that might be coming off monitors and lights and all. I don't because I'm lazy, but maybe I'd be a younger and fresher looking. Nose, can I finish this up? That'd be okay with you? Nose says hi. If you're not familiar with my channel, this is Mr. Nose. He's one of our two cats. He's 19, my best boy. And we take as good a care of him as we can. We're trying to keep him going. We love him very much. Mwah. All right. I told him about your water fountain that you like. Get a drink from your water fountain? What? All right, so that has been a whole bunch of things that I use either on a regular basis or that I find useful or that I think I'm gonna get in this here sale during Prime Days or that have been suggested by my lovely wife who knows exactly what she's talking about with regard to that stuff. So hey, hit those links down below. If you have something that you really like and want to suggest in the comments, that's cool, let me know. I would be more than happy to check that sort of thing out. I would like to see some suggestions from y'all as well. So take care of yourselves out there. Think about what you put out in the world, make it a better place. And I'll see you in another video soon. Until then,